Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the ashes. Born from the Watch me rain.
Oh no, my webcam every time the production hiccups, bro. Okay. Welcome to an alpha battleground, and it's gonna be a little bit weird tonight. We have not one but two matches against TSOP. In the top right corner, as the pink Protoss, it's the Truth, and in the bottom left, as the blue Toss, it's Patty Mac. Patty Mac, reppin' RnG Pro, the Truth, reppin' TSOP Gaming. Exclamation bracket in the chat. You want to see how this Pro League match is going to play out. What's a Pro League match, you ask? Well, 4 contestants go head to head. If you win your match, you score a point for your team. If it goes to game number 5, both teams will field an Acer tournament from the pool of the previous 4 players. See who wins the match, but first team to 3 points wins. This is just a scrimmage, just like play soccer, football, whatever. No real stakes here, just just some games of StarCraft in 2 pretty well-versed teams. You're trying to see TSOP. You're a fan of that team, listening to the English cast. Welcome to the channel. If you're looking for the on Espanol cast, check out twitch.tv/abosix. It's a proxy robo out of Patty Mac, a proxy Stargate out of the Truth. And he actually has it rallied back to his main, which is a little bit interesting to me. Okay, he's gonna open Phoenix. I think Patty Mac is just gonna win the match outright. Like, Phoenix play relies on being able to go across the map and damage your opponent and then gen energy in time to deflect their counterattack. And the Truth is just gonna have to use his Phoenix defensively. He does pick off a Stalker to start out, but 3 Stalkers and a Phoenix with no energy are not going to be able to engage 3 Stalkers minimum. Sorry about it. It's not even going to go after the injured Stalker. It's just going to retreat. Patty Max getting out in obs before moving in. I think he could just kill the Truth if he moved in now. Of course, the Fog of War creates dramatic irony in StarCraft 2. Patty Mac. Throws down a Twilight Council. So he's going to be gearing up to get some tech count onto the field, maybe take a third, while the Truth is increasing his Phoenix count. Finding this Robo is really nice. It only got an Immortal and an Observer onto the field before going down. Definitely not the most value for Patty Mac, considering that didn't really get any damage done on the other side of the map. And the Truth could have totally killed that Immortal. He could have annihilated it, but this was a little bit of a misplay. He's going to go after the probe line instead. He gets 3 of them, which is okay, but he's lost so many Phoenix in exchange for the small amount of delay to Patty Mac's economy. I don't think it. So the Truth is going to be up 4 workers for a small amount of time, and it's not really going to pay off for him too much because of how delayed the second CC is. This, robotics facility going down is a way bigger piece of damage. That's weird. 1 pixel is like flickering by the robotics facility. You probably can't even see it with the compression that goes on in Twitch. Anyway, Truth going back in for another round, but with only 3 Phoenix and with a shield battery here, he might get like 1 probe kill if he dives in there, and I don't think that's what he wants to do here. The Truth is getting a much later Twilight Council. Got a slightly earlier Forge, but he's definitely not ahead in upgrades. Blink is finished up for Patty Mac. I'm sure Charge is going to follow it quite soon. Truth is getting out of Warp Prism. This could mean some 2-base aggression is about to happen. It could mean that. Or it could just be to add defensive utility for the Immortals. He tries to take a 3rd. With his army positioning, yeah, he's going to take that 3rd. He's throwing down a proxy pylon. Patty Mac's 4th location as well. And he is going to go for a double Immortal drop. This pylon going down could be kind of bad. +1 will finish before the Warp Prism can connect. Looks like 2 Adepts are going to run into the 3rd. Okay, there's a couple probes transferring over, but they should be going back home. They'll mine out their first trip before this finishes, so the Adepts aren't connect in a timely manner. It's 3 probes. It's not initially. They were seen. The ground army moves to respond. Yeah, down goes 1, down goes 2. The Immortal drops going off in the main. It will pick off that pylon, which is going to delay with +2 weapons, as well as charge. I feel like picking off charge would be a lot more valuable than a just started +2. He's not even going to finish it. He loses 1 Phoenix to his efforts as well. Some Zealots warped in at the proxy pylon. They didn't do very much, and Patty Mac is looking pretty spicy. The worker count's even. Patty Mac has the way better army, though, I think. These 2 Phoenix do have full energy, and Patty Mac isn't going across with his whole army. It's just harassing with some Blink Stalkers. He is going to try to harass. 2 volleys from the Stalkers pick off a cannon. Patty Mac didn't lose it there, so hey, you got a cannon, right? Now he's gonna lose a couple stalkers. I guess, yeah. Exactly 2 stalkers. The Truth, thanks to getting the kill on that pylon of Patty Max, is going to have earlier +2 weapons. It doesn't look like he's attacking though, so it's not going to matter. Patty Mac's going to have his +2 before the next engagement. A hallucinated warp prism moves through the proxy Stargate for Patty Mac. I guess to just get under his opponent's skin. I wonder if the Truth was paying attention to that to as that was hallucinated. I don't know. Barks, Patty Mac is playing for RnG Pro. The Truth is playing for TSOP. Conventional wisdom tells you that Immortals are stronger than Archons, but the Immortals aren't really focusing down the Archons. They're focusing on the Zealots. And that means that Patty Mac is breaking through here quite easily. It wasn't that he had necessarily the better army. It was more he just focused the right targets with his DPS outputting units, and the probes have begun to fall here for the Truth. Down goes the final unit defending this third base. Shield battery's out of energy. It's going to get gunned down anyway. Charge lots have entered the probe line. Over 20 probes go down. GG, well played is called. In the top left corner of Nightshade, as the blue Protoss, it's Armageddon. And in the bottom right, as the red Terran, it's Soul. RnG Pro. Put the first point on the board in this best of 5. The battle begins. Armageddon attempts to delay Soul's second CC. He will be only very slightly successful in doing about like a 1 second delay. Arma turns out a bit of a suspicious probe. Well, I mean, you know, his scouting probe is being a little bit suspicious. Okay. Oh, he's gonna get the kill on this SCV, and he will delay the bomb. He's making an Adept and a Stalker back home, so he's probably going to pressure the space. They won't be in time to stop the CC from built. Reaper's gonna come home. Here's the Adept. Oh no! It was in time. Oh, man. The bunker's even going to be softened up for when the Stalker gets here. Devastating blows from Armageddon. Scouting probe has finally been killed 3.5 minutes into this game. So I think what Arma was trying to do there was time out... Yeah, he's trying to time the Shade so that the Mine aggroes onto the Adept, but the Shade stops the Widow Mine from taking the shot. Really high level stuff here, guys. I like how after 3 attempts, Armageddon's just like, screw it, and he lets the Adept die. I think these SCVs need to repair the Hellions. Yeah. Exactly what they're... Not repairing the 1 health Hellion here, though. They're repairing the, like, half-health Hellion. Quite a few mules will get picked off for their time. Will they, though? Oh, man. Yeah, Soul's not even... He's not even cutting into the shields here. Finally takes the shields off 1 Stalker. A Banshee's out, but it doesn't have Cloak. Second Banshee being built. The mules are pulled off the line with the SCVs. Okay, I guess this will mean one of them can keep mining. Down goes the Banshee. The Stalker, or the SCVs are hold positioning, not repairing. These Stalkers have been doing so much damage. Blink is almost finished up back at home for Armageddon, but he's actually out of Stalkers, so it's not going to do him too much good. He might be able to save 1 Stalker here. He's going to try and trade out for the Banshee. That's not going to work out. Soul is heavily damaged here, but he does still have his second CC. He didn't lose as much as he could have. Guys, we're on 2-minute delay, so fortunately it's going to be a little bit hard to answer questions chat in a timely manner. Speaking to you from the future. But if you go to the bracket and you click through to the players that are listed on the bracket, you can see their battle.net files, and that should be a question. Soul is down 20 workers after that siege from, you know, I think it was like 10 all stalkers, scouting probe, and, oh my god, he doesn't have cloaks. These Blink Stalkers are just gonna run him down. I don't think Armageddon revealed that he had Blink either. It did finish up before the last 3 Stalkers fell on that attack against the Terran base, but yeah. Armageddon's saying, I'm not stuck in here with you, Banshee. You're stuck in here with me. F's in the chat for the Banshee, please. What a snipe on that medevac. That was very crisp. Oh my god, the second one goes down as well. I think we're gonna see a blink below grounds. And what does Soul do at this point? Like, he's beleaguered. His peasants are damaged. They're running out of farm. They can't feed themselves with minerals. Look at this. 170, 130. He's had to keep muling. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. He kept muling the natural even during the initial attack of the Terran, but he's not even spending all his energy. Look how much energy is stacked up on both these command centers. Armageddon has played this so well, but Soul has definitely, allowed himself to be in this position. Arma has a 4th base already finished. I've been talking a lot about the Terran side of things, but Armageddon is getting up a fort. He's getting up a Templar Archives. +1 is finally on the way. And he's done so much with so little that we haven't even commented on how massive the Protoss economy is. 69 workers for Armageddon. Nice. Arma ambushes the drop. Medevac continues onward on its journey, but it has failed. It's abandoned its cargo, and it must take the long way home or remain in exile at the top of the map. Soul, I think, is tilted here. He landed his CC. This is not the correct place to land your CC. It says, look at the distance. Look at the distance. Oh, no. No, he's making it a planetary, so he can't actually move it to the correct location without canceling. Oh, not like this. Eat. Oh, he just has to eat the time cost and the resource cost and re-maneuver his command center. Brutal. Absolute brutality. Doesn't have any medevacs on the field, so a lot of this bio is permanently damaged. And with Archons on the field, that splash damage is top right corner of Everdream as the blue Zerg, its Universe. In the bottom left, as the red Zerg, its Prototype. RnG Pro up 2-0. The first of tonight's clan members, using the Alpha Battleground system. Universe is cheesing out a pool first. It's not going to be too committed. We're not going to see a Baneling bust. It's just going to be some harassing Zerglings and a little bit of a safer opener. We're on the blue Zerg. Prototype also went first, but it's a little bit less aggressive than is a bit more focused. Universe sends out his probing Lings prototype. Doesn't actually have anything to defend the natural yet. Oh, wait. Okay, Universe pulls back, and that's... And prototype does have his queen moved down to the natural now, and he will have 2 Zerglings to help her out. He's going to pull back his 2 Scouting Lings as well, which means this Expeditionary Force is totally gone. Everything Universe knows and loves has been defeated. Prototype lost his scouts, though, so he's not going to know what Universe is up to for a little while. Universe was able to save his Overlord there as well, which Prototype was kind of tickling a little bit with the Queen. Prototype sends out another pair of Scouting Wings. He's going for 4 defensive Zerglings as well. It's a drone out to take a 3rd. Universe does the same. First sends out a Ling Flood. Prototype just sends in 4 Lings to tap at... nope. Gonna scout, but not gonna see. Did see all these Lings out with his Overlord. Banelings are hitting. For Universe. Beautiful splits from Prototype, though. He's only gonna lose 2 drones to those Banelings. In the meantime, his Lings are holding down the front, and with the Queen support, they will be able to save further damage happening. Where'd that Baneling go? There was one more Baneling from Universe. I didn't see it detonate. Scrubbles, the score is 2-0. Bottom left. Prototype totally mismicroed his Lings here. He had them all on move command. They didn't even trade out for any damage. He was trying to slide them out from behind the mineral line and save a couple of their lives, but Universe was absolutely ruthless, cutting them down. I like the Baneling positioning here from Prototype. 1 behind the wall, 1 at the 3rd. Oh, it only detonates on 3 Zerglings, though. He needed a way bigger detonation there. He's trying to buy time for the 3rd. An armada of Banelings tries to close with the mineral line. Ooh, there's still 2 more. Prototype sacks 4 drones and some Lings to stop his entire economy from being annihilated. And Universe has done a very good job, not necessarily of trading more efficiently than Prototype. The resources lost are actually quite close. But he's done a good job of keeping the damage on Prototype's side of the map. And that means Prototype has lost a couple workers here, lost a couple workers there. It's given Universe a 7-worker lead up until very recently. It did sacrifice a drone to build a Spire, a couple drones to build extractors. But Prototype's 3rd is just finally starting to mine. He has a couple defensive roaches located there. But how is he going to deal with the Spire play of the Universe? It will hit the field. Prototype doesn't really have any counterattack potential. Running a couple Link across to get some harassment done. But Universe is even throwing down spines. 8 mutas are on the way for Universe. Proto doesn't have too much anti-air on the map. He's going for roach speed, but he doesn't have too many roaches on the map. He has gained a small worker lead, but Universe has had a bigger economy for a longer time, and Prototype does have his overlords spread out in no overlord speed, so he is going to lose quite a few to the Mutalisks, and that is always very painful as the defending Zerg against the Mutalisk. This is a lot of money. This is 300 minutes lost already. And they will need to be made before Proto can get any Hydralisks out. In the meantime, Universe is going to be getting out more upgrades, and he can be secure in whatever his strategy is moving forward because he knows he has map control, right? Look at the map. This is the only map presence that Prototype has right now. His map vision stops here, and it stops here. I mean, I guess it stops here as well. He moved out a fresh Overlord, but that means Universe knows when he's safe to drone, when he's not safe to drone. He has vision to move where he wants to start tackling these roaches if they try to counterattack, and Prototype has to build up a critical mass of Hydra. As long as Universe can prevent him from doing that, he's going to be quite fine, as long as he can keep the eventual investor count down as well if the game moves to that point. He's going to be doing alright. He's getting out like 40 Zerglings behind this as well. Those guys are going to be turning into Banelings quite soon. +1 melee. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with against... Oh my god. 4 Banelings detonate in the mineral line of Prototype. 10 drones go down. Roaches will hold off the Zerglings. They were out of position to stop the Banelings. And that's further damage. Prototype's economy. Prototype morphed all of those Zerglings into Banes. He is going for a similar attack. He doesn't have Baneling speed. He gets a couple connections. No kill. Oh my god, that could have been huge. Okay. Gets 9 drones. 15. That was actually really good for your Prototype, but Universe is now on 4 hatcheries. He still has map dominance. And he's mining off a high-yield gas. Pathogen glands are started for Prototype to make those infestors have extra energy when they get on the map. Universe lost a couple muta there. He tried to get some Baneling connections over here as well. Wasn't able to find any drones, but he can afford to take this because he's core base, because he's mining off that high yield. He's just gonna straight up fight the queens, even with transfuse. Proto will hold. Another 6 drones fall. It actually primarily wasn't to the left. The Muta got 4 drones in the main. It only did 2 drones in damage. But Universe has just been constantly picking away at Prototype, and it's really shown. He's down 15 workers. He's down a base, soon to be 2 bases. Oh no, he decides to move out, but that means these Zerglings will kill everything in Bane, as long as they don't just sit there. Banelings are going to take out everything in the natural, and Prototype, at this point, has to push out. He has to take what he has and create a coin flip situation. Literally, just gamble and risk it all. The economies are not even whatsoever. However, the army supply kind of is. In fact, it's slightly in favor of Prototype, and he now has a significant amount of energy on these Infestors. He knows a lot of Banelings have gone off. He knows a lot of the Lings are dead. Universe still has a very scary 5-hatch production. But Proto has a shot if he goes now. However, Prototype isn't going well. He's staying home and defending. The question is, defending what? There's nothing left. I mean, 35 workers, okay, that's a middling economy. But when you're going up against 63 workers matchup, against this high-yield gas, against a superior base count, which means superior production, you have to go. Prototype is finally moving out, but I think it might be too late. Universe has recovered his army supply. He's gonna have fresh Banelings. And Prototype is going to have to micro very hard against this. Mita finally come back to defend. The first fungal kind of whiffs. Universe is only going to be coming in from one angle here if he attacks. Okay, he sets up an envelopment in case Prototype were to move down there. 2 bases, 2 hatches have fallen. That was a decent fungal. He needs more. Okay, another fungal on the Banes, but a lot of them still connect, even at, like, the less than 1 mile per hour speed. I really like that. In the heat of battle, Prototype tried to use a no-energy Infestor to block Banelings and save the Hydra. It wasn't necessary in the end, but I still like the positioning. A lot of the Muta went down for Universe. However, hey, thank you so much for the follow, Spartan Gaming 2121. Universe. You know, Universe and Prototype, as far as mining, are actually evened up. However, Universe has a lot of drones still on the field. As long as he throws down another hatch, he's going to pull ahead again in economy very quickly. Intuition in the chat saying, pull the boys. But, like, yeah, I kind of agree there. Were you know, a solid 2 minutes ago for Prototype and he was still attacking. I guess the ethos on backing off was to let the Infestors regenerate energy, but for a brief moment there, Universe really had nothing. He had like 4 Mutalisks and a couple Zerglings, but Prototype didn't press the advantage, and now Universe is going to get these hatches back up, be on the superior economy again, and that's going to spell trouble. Maybe even disaster for Proto. Universe is playing exceptionally well. It should be, because I swear, didn't we just listen to this track? I think StarCraft just played the same track twice in a row. Anyway, Proto is going to push in against... Okay, he picked off 4 Muta there. Muta, very expensive. Universe isn't going to replace them. He's transitioning into Ultralisk. He got this Ultra Den quite a while ago, but it was during the big fight with Prototype, so I didn't really work on it. Yeah, Ultras can be effective. I think they're kind of risky, especially with this many Esters on the field. Neural Parasite on those Ultras could be pretty effective. Although Prototype hasn't researched Neural Parasite because it's a ZVZ, so why would you? That was a pretty dank fungal. That was a chain fungal. That was 3 fungals. I don't think they were chained far enough apart, though, to actually kill them. No. That health is gonna end. Universe knows a lot of the army's back here. Kind of pinned back there. So he's going to close in with the ult. No! Proto pulls the drones into the Banelings. 30 of them went down to like 3 Banelings. absolutely dreadful universe escaped with his muta, and Prototype is forced to YOLO all in again. That Overlord definitely didn't make a sound when it died. He's trying to reposition behind the Queens to absorb the Baneling hits, but the Baneling hits, as bad as they were good enough, and the universe is going in the same engagement. No! The remaining Hydra walk into the Ultralisks. GG is called, and universe. In the bottom left corner of Zen, Azeel Zerg, Scrubbles, and in the top right, as the blue Protoss, it's Sagan. Prototype fought a very hard match. Fell top player. So we have a series, and oh, how excited I am. This is, so, I guess I should comment on the map a little bit. You know, the way Alpha Battlegrounds work is you field your players blindly, okay? So, neither player knew they were going to be playing versus the other before the match started. It begs the question, why TSOP put a Protoss on Zen? There's so many options for the Zerg to tear the Protoss apart on this map. You got your Swarm Host locations. You got your Ravager locations, right? You can flood Lings and hope that the Protoss messes up. Do the 3 Ravager build, because they have to defend from 2 angles, right? So Sagan is a brave Protoss indeed, choosing to be fielded for TSOP on this map. Scrubbles is like, ah, yes, he walled in properly. Incredible. Double shield batteries going down for Sagan. He will pick off Scrubble Scouting Overlord, which means the second tech building will not be scouted, but the first obviously is scouted. Obviously it's Stargate if your Overlord's dying to a Phoenix. Sagan is going for a Warp Prism. He's not going for any upgrades at the Twilight Count. And he's going for a Templar Archives. So this is going to be a double Archon drop into third. There's Archon number 2. And Scrubbles is going for Purling Bane Hydra. As evidenced by the Zerglings in Hydra on the map. He hasn't gone for a Baneling Nest, though, interestingly. He can afford it. Guess he just wants these Hydra out. You know what? This might just be a Ling Hydra pressure on the third. Without the Banelings. That was a pretty great stasis trap. That's all the Zergling. You know, Scrubbles really is relying on Zerglings to shield for these Hydralisk. But I don't know why Sagan isn't engaging here. He has a good enough army. Oh, he's waiting for Storm. Okay. That makes a lot of sense, actually. If he had timed that Storm, like, 2 seconds later, he would have taken out all the Zerglings as they got taken out of the stasis trap. Scrubbles is doing as much damage as possible by kiting back, but... Okay, alright, Sagan didn't push forward there, so the Hydra actually are able to keep engaging. A couple more Hydra move in for a flank, but Scrubbles doesn't really advantage of that. Sagan lets one of the flanking Hydra live. Scrubbles is finally dropping a Baneling Nest at 7.5 minutes. Scrubble's overlords are getting brave. I don't think he can see this. No, he can't. These Banelings are poised to go into the High Templar, so the High Templar just storm themselves and morph into Archons. They do pick off all the Banelings before they're able to connect with the High Temps anyway, but there's enough Hydra to kill the Archons before they finish morphing in, and Scrubbles does a great job of flanking at the Protoss there. However, Sagan warps into the main. He's gonna get 5 drones, I think the most. Oh, he didn't commit to killing the pool. So, it's just going to engage with Zerglings. Seven drones and down there, a couple Hydra, a bunch of Lings, but you know you're going to be losing Lings whenever you engage charge lots with them. +1 is about to hit the field. Well, 1/1 is going to hit the field for the Protoss. Scrubbles has not invested in any straight up upgrades. Scrubbles has gotten up before base, but Sagan's 4th was quite a bit earlier. And Scrubbles is just on such a low worker. Even if you add up all the drone cost, he still would have been. And I think Sagan is in a far better position going late game than Scrubbles. Especially once +2 weapons and arm get on the map. Like, Scrubbles is just getting +1 ranged up, and that means +2 ranged is going to be a really long time away. And he's not grabbing gas income off that 4th base either, which he really needs to do. He needs to go up to Hive Tech here and get out better units, essentially. Slingbane Hydra isn't going to last forever. Fleet Beacon's on the way for Sagan. It's going to get out more starports, or stargates. It's going to start pumping out carriers, probably get a mothership, and that's going to be the end for Scrubbles if he can't either set up a Lingbane Hydra attack that's really effective and takes out the 3rd, or transition effectively into Hive Tech. Well, Scrubbles loses all the Zerglings, he loses Baneling as well, but at least he knows this attack is incoming. It's going to pick off the Warp Zone. Sagan actually would win against these Hydra if he collapsed on them with these charge locks, but opts not to. These are nice snipes on the High Templar, getting an Archon as well. Second Archon, oh, right at the last moment, the final High Temp went down there as well. Oh no. With Scrubble's 4th going down, I think he's kind of screwed. He has to attack. He has to attack. He's up in army supply. This would be a really bad place to engage given the amount of shield batteries. Oh no, he pulls his whole army home to deal with the DT. Don't need your whole army to defend against 4 DTs! Not like this. Sagan's gonna push at the front. Okay, this is a critical mistake by Sagan, I think. Okay, he gets 2 storms left. 1 storm. Oh, no, he has 1 more. Okay. That's it for the Storms, though, and he's going to lose his whole army. This is Scrubble's time to strike. He has to go out now. He has to move. He has to go, 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 go. He's slightly up in army supply. This isn't the best situation, even still, but a lot of Sagan's army supply is tied up in these charge lots. He will get damage done. He will effectively take out that second base. No! Scrubbles is too scared to go in, and... I mean, rightly so. There's a lot of storm there, but he needs to engage from one angle or another, and pulling home to deal with these charge lots is not the right move. 5 drones have fallen on an already anemic Zerg economy. Scrubbles is trying to reestablish a 4th base. That just ain't it, bro. Sagan's on 6 base. 5 base. A 50 worker lead for the Protoss. And there's going to be 3 carriers on the field now. There's just too much storm for Scrubbles to keep baiting it out. That's the last of Scrubble's army gone. GG is called. Sagan, even at the top of Purity and Industry, as the Blue Protoss. For RnG Pro, it's Patty Mac. And the right side, as the Red Zerg, it's Universe. The score is 2-2. But remember to stick around after the Clan War for RnG Pro's Clan War versus TSOP Gaming. That's right. It's a 2-for-1 special this evening. Universe is opening hatch first. That's a bold move on Purity and well, I guess not. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see 2-base Meta or a Nidus play or something on this map. Facing Protoss on Purity and Industry is a nightmare. Patty Mac is a very solid player, and I do favor him here. Not much to comment on yet. I mean, Patty Mac is opening very standard. He's balling off. No aggression from Zerg. He's just gonna keep droning here. I guess we'll follow this probe. That. We haven't seen a drone go out yet to make a third. Pylon block goes out on 3rd. That I don't think the Zerg was ever intending to make. The Baneling nest going down. Are we going to see a Baneling bust? That's my question. We're not seeing a Lair. Not seeing a Roachmoran. Yeah, this is going to be a Bane bust. Patty Mac hasn't finished the ball. Okay, gonna do so now. Twilight Council It's fully operational for Patty Mac. He went for it quite a little bit early. And he's going to go for a DT play. Okay, Universe. He is making an awful lot of Zerglings, but he did go for a third behind, so he's not all-inning. There's the Banelings. And kaboom! Somewhere Boom is really happy right now. No, they crashed into the stock. Oh man, why did they crash into the stalker? Why did they go after the pylon? There weren't enough of them. They could have at least... Oh, the stalker moved slightly too far out of the wall. Warp Prism saves it though. 14 more Zerglings on the production tab for Universe. The Cyber Core has fallen. No more stalkers. 4 Adepts, 4 Patty Mac. 4 Sentries for that matter. But DT is out, and he's going to be the hero that Patty Mac needed. Maybe not the one he deserved. Only some... Oh, this is a Protoss after my own heart. So when I play Protoss, everyone on my stream gets super mad at me, because I only have a couple of forged skins on the buildings. And Patty Mac only has the forged skins equipped to his Dark Shrine and his robotics facility. So
Game paused.
we have a pause for some reason. Lag. We're not lagging here. But anyway. Like, it looks like they're unpowered compared to the route. F's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. F's in the chat.
Game resumed.
Universe is getting a lair behind this. He's getting out even more Zergling. He's not droning at all. So, even though I said he's not all in here, he kind of is, just because of how many workers. Manual detonation on his Beyblades to take out the Dark Templar, but another there is. The lone DT is warped into the main of Zerg, picks off 8 drones, and that's about a quarter versus economy. There weren't enough Banelings left to break through the wall. On the left side of Golden Wall, as the pink Zerg, first up for TSOP, it's Loki. And on the right side, as the red Protoss, first up for RnG Pro, right, it's a second Alpha Battleground against TSOP. If you guys want to look at the lineup for this match, put exclamation bracket in the chat. Behind the scenes, it has been changed to the current matchup. Intuition led his college to victory in the defunct CSL. He's also the coach paper for RnG Pro, running after a hiatus. Many pro players are, with the current state of the world. Hatch gas pool is coming. If any of you guys stepped away or missed the end of the last map, Risen took the first clan war 3-2. Pretty close. Intuition has dropped the Stargate. Oh, come on, you're just gonna say, yeah. Give us some movement on the screen. Thank you. Intuition is opening Stargate. It's opening Adepts. First one, making its way downtown. Loki has dropped a third. I think there's a lot of utility for Zerg on this map. I also think it's a very difficult Zerg map. So you have a lot of strategic options, but the map is just so massive. It takes a lot of skill to play on. You know, your all-ins are heavily nerfed by the rush distance. You have the interesting map feature of half the map being cut off from the top half with the titular golden wall. And you have to decide, you know, how you want to mine that out, if you want to mine that out, what your opponent's doing to deal with that wall, how he's playing the game, has he taken the back third, has he taken the front third, you know, which way is he going to attack you from, where is he sending his warp prism, all those things are things you have to keep in mind as a reactive Zerg player. Oh no, there's not even a queen here to shoot the Oracle. Oh god. I thought that could have been a lot worse. 4 drones into town. Yeah, you can't engage 2. A lot of time is delayed for the Zerg there as well. Oh, look at that. This is actually, like, real space. Part of the ragdoll landed down. F's in the chat for the... Oh. Intuition is double pumping Phoenix back home for a double Stargate play. Loki already has spores up at each of his bases. He's increasing his count. Like, I guess he's stopped in. Doesn't really have any overlords that are vulnerable, but this is a lot of Phoenix for one spore to... Okay, alright, Loki knows what's up now. He's dropping 2 more spores. They're not gonna quite be up in time, but he's pulling all of his queens to defend, and that's gonna be enough. Loki targets down the low health Phoenix. Intuition actually isn't using all his Phoenix for some reason. I think 2 of these guys aren't in the hotkey. Okay, he's finally gonna pull back now. 5 drones went down, but with 2 more Phoenix shooting, it could have been quite a few more. Loki sends out a hit squad of Virgin. So random. I think it might have been an accident. And Loki also takes a 4th base up here to the top middle. Interesting choice, not taking it top left corner. I guess he already has creep spread out this way? I don't know. Zerg could be sneaking out a ton of drones since he did take a 4th base. Going up somewhere between 75 and 90. Loki's going for a lurker down as well. Very Hydralist heavy style. Intuition is moving in quickly, but he has to fly over so much creep that Loki can just always reposition to deflect him. Intuition straight up just going to engage the Hydra. He eats into that drone bit as well. And Intuition's been trading very efficient. 500 lost through Loki. Only 1,500 for Protoss. Loki has some really decent creep spread, though. Storm is about to finish up for Intuition. +1 is about to finish up as well. He's gotten out of Prism. And he's taking a 4th base in the top right corner. It's been a very passive game from the Zerg, very defensive. We saw that hit squad of roaches about and then immediately go back home without killing anything. +2. It's halfway done for the Protoss. Intriguingly, Loki is getting Carapace. You don't see this too often in the ZVP matchup. For good reason, it doesn't do much versus most Protoss units. It's good against carriers sometimes, and it's good against charge lots and that shit. Intuition's being super careful about how he sees lurkers. There's the lifts, but there's still one lurker burrowed here. Those are pretty dank storms from the Protoss. Loki has a concave, but doesn't actually have any units in the caves. He does still have 4 lurkers on the field, though. 3, 2, 1. Intuition has broken through, but he doesn't have any army left. Does he? No. He has enough. As long as he keeps warping in charge lots and some. to the front. He can sustain the attack. Loki's reinforcements are split up between all his bases. They're going to take a little bit of time to rally against the Protoss. That was a nice hatch snipe by Intuition. He's gonna get out with all his charge lots too. Fort Prism still threatening in the natural. This is a juicy overload cloud if connect with it. Sending the charge lots back in. It's seen by the Overlord. That I really like that Overlord positioning on the high ground. They even take out a couple words down. Loki's transitioning into Vipers to complement Berserkers. Some more Zealots pick off. It looks like most of them will get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know why these probes are out here. A bit confused. Okay, alright. They just want to drop all their buildings at once, I guess. And then start long distance mining. Do they though? Just kind of stacked there. Like, I feel like they should just oversaturate one of these bases. Sure, they're not mining efficiently, but they are gonna long distance mine. Loki is gonna shut this base down before it ever has a chance to do anything. He gets all his lurkers burrowed. These storms from Intuition are so good. Pure skill. Yoink on the carrier, but there's only like a couple Hydralisks. So the carrier should make it out. It will. We go back to the shield batteries. Intuition is besieged, but not out. Cannons are taking down a lot of the Hydra. Loki's just kind of letting them derp into the cannons, and that means that the carriers will eventually be able to clear all this out. Stalker Immortal on the ground is helping out as well. GG is called, and Intuition takes as the second player up for RNG Pro. It's the red Zerg, Blood. And in the top right, as the purple Zerg, it's Eon playing for TSOP. RNG Pro won the first match and is currently up 1-0 here in the second match. Both players opt for a hatch first. Into gas pool. Pulls are finishing for both players, and should start to see the diverge a little bit. Both players are making their first 2 sets of scouting lings. ZVZ on Everdream usually means one player or the other is gain all in off of 3 hatch. Hesitate to call it 3 base. Here we go. Both players send out their drones. They're gonna drop the hatches. Right at the same time. Purple's like one, not even a second early. Bane Nest goes down for Flood. Eon Zerg. Moving out with 4 Zerglings, probably to have them tap at this 3rd hatch, yeah. See them shift their pathing. 12 Lings on the way for Flood, 16 for Eon. Begun, the Ling Bane Wars have. That was an Attack of the reference, guys. That frame perfect link speed for both players. So Flood's gonna get first blood. Eon is going on the attack. Flood morphs in his banelings. Eon's gonna be able to get a good, healthy amount of damage done on this 3rd before the banelings can get over here to defend. But Flood's gonna pull as many Zerglings out of position as he can. Buy time for the hatchery to live. Alright. Eon pulls off of the hatch. Flood sets up a Baneling surround. No matter which way Eon tries to escape, he's gonna lose these Zerglings. 2 Banes. Got like 16 Lings. And Eon lost 4 drones somewhere. I missed the Ling run by, but apparently Flood ran in, got 4 drones. And now it's Flood's turn to attack. Eon has gone into roaches behind this. He doesn't have enough to actually engage this many Zerglings out in the open, but he does have enough to pick off this pack of Lings and to engage the Lings in a choke point. These 3 roaches will fall if they don't get reinforcements. Oh, I love Morph into the Ravager. Flood isn't really paying attention to this. He runs 2 Lings into the main. They will get shut down. He has a full scout of the reds, or of the purple Zerg, but he kind of had that anyway, seeing the roaches on the field. Flood's going for his own Roach Warren. Eon is only down 4 workers at the end of all that. He's ahead in army supply. Eon did suffer more losses than his opponent, but Flood had to spend a lot of larva on army. It looks like the Lings should be able to fit in there, but the Roach's foot is blocking the way. Yeah, so Flood gets in some Lings. He's gonna pick off a healthy amount of drones, actually, between here and the 3rd base. He was able to get a drone as well. But he needs to deal with this army discrepancy. He does have 16 more workers than his opponent, but he needs that economy to kick in. Having more workers than your opponent necessarily mean you have a bigger economy. You're going to be running at a deficit for a while, you know, the drones pay for themselves, basically. And the way drones pay for themselves isn't just in the mineral returns, isn't just in the gas return. You have to realize that you spent a larva on a worker instead of an army. So Eon, that's why we see him even now still have a small supply lead. But as time goes on, Bud is going to pay off with better tech and with better army supply. +1 melee is the upgrade choice for Flood. +1 ranged is the upgrade of choice for Eon. Flood is going for a Spire play. It's going to take a while for that investment to kick in as well. While Eon has already dropped a Hydra Den and is going into Carapace. Flood supply blocked himself by losing that over. That's no good. Supply blocked himself pretty hard. He's just starting up 2 Overlords now. He's going to need even more if he wants to spend his larva effectively. And that's going to nerf forcing this push quite a bit. He can't engage into this actually. These are upgraded roaches, and Flood's already down for the... He's already down in roach count, not down for the count. God. Blood Spire has finished up. But, intriguingly, he's continuing to build roaches, not Mutalisk. Like, he can't win in a fight. He's only ahead 10 roaches. He has to get really dank biles to win here. Oh, no, never mind. He got +1 ranged. I'm totally a derper. I'm a derper face. Snuck some roaches into the natural. And the main, actually, it's gotten 20 drone kills. Okay, never mind. I wonder why he made the Spire then. Okay, yeah, so this Dropper Lord play was totally worth it. While he tied down the roaches at the front. Never mind. Eon is winning the war at the front. Ugh. Flood needs to turn around and kill these. But Flood has now finally gotten Mutalisks out, and Eon is going to have to deal with this. He does already have a Hydra Den. He started production on his first couple Hydra. He's going to hide his army back behind the Spore Crawler. 1 Muta does go down. But Flood is maxed, and Flood has quite a huge bank at this point. Eon's been focused on defending. He does have +2 range, so his ground army is superior. Flood has gotten out Carapace for himself. Flood is, like, losing on multiple fronts, but he just has such a massive economy, it's not going to matter. He got a 4th base up behind us, and, +2 will finish for him very shortly, and that'll help even out what's going on. But, I mean, does Eon have enough to close this out before... But no. There's only 10 seconds till 2 hits. Alright. Flood's rebuilding his bank as... Well, he will be rebuilding this bank once he remaxes. So much cash here for the Red Zerg. Eon is running out of mineral patches in its main and in the natural. Flood has also forced Eon to mix in these Hydralisks, and Hydra range just hit the field. Like, they still don't have speed, so they're really struggling against this Roach Ravager composition. Ravagers beat out Hydra, like, every time, as long as they have Roaches to shield for them. And Eon's army has been run down. Flood still harassing with Dropper Lord play in Eon's main, tying down some of those units that need to be on the front line. Why is UI red? No blind counter. In the top right, on the right side of PC, Blue Probe, Patty Mac. And at the top of Purity, for TSOP, it's the truth. RnG Pro is up 2-0, best of 5. Clan War versus TSOP. Double gate from Patty. Truth is a little bit behind in his gateway production. Okay, he's going gate cyber gate, but the cyber in the wall. Interesting. I can't say that I've seen that too often. Definitely happens every once. Patty drops a proxy pylon. What? Wakarimasen. That means I don't understand in Japanese. It's gonna be Sentry Double Stalker. Cancels the pylon because of course he does. It's a robo opener for the truth. It's a robo opener. Patty Mac, the Truth's robo, is gonna be faster than Patty Mac's. Patty goes for a second Nexus. The Truth does not appear to be doing so. So it's gonna be a 1 base pressure out of our pink Protoss. Patty should scout the prison. Oh, he's not gonna scout the prison. Is he, though?
I am here
Nope.
in the shadows.
What? What? Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my god! The truth dropped a probe from the warp prism, created a power field, built a dark shrine in it, and then zoomed away! That is the highest IQ thing I have ever seen in the game of StarCraft. Look at it! Okay, I was just trying to hype it up. Like, it's not that high IQ. Patty Mac. Sneaks in a couple of depths. He is gonna get out a depth. Yeah, I mean, the only reason this Dark Shrine would need to be powered is if he wanted to research DT Link. So why not? Why not just put it on its own? There's the first Dark Templar, and Patty Mac's gonna be going, what the actual, what? It's getting out knobs. Just like, Patty Mac has thoroughly scouted his opponent's base, so this is even more Oh! Oh! Patty Mac traps the DT with force shields. That was beautiful. Second DT is going to town on the low ground, but there's not really any juicy targets there. It will escape with its life. Patty's getting out his own warp prism. I mean, through all the drama that happened with this, like, actually, it hasn't done that much damage at all.
The pylon is being roughed up.
Patty goes for a double immortal drop. He's a little bit supply blocked. As he does so, he's not building any pylons either. Twilight Council has finished for the blue Protoss. He's getting out more gateways, and he's getting out resonating glaives. Patty Mac, what are you doing, my man? Supply! Look at the supply block. Okay, he's finally gonna get 2 pylons. That was like an entire warp cycle miss. You can see the minerals stacking up. Patty Mac is going for a double warp prism play. Double hallucinated oracle. It's intercepted by the hallucinated phoenix. That's a hell of an Artosis pylon, actually. Oh, okay, the Forge is out of range. It's being powered by the Spylon. But 3 gates in the Robo are delayed production. Patty is going for a huge resonating glaive adept attack. He times the shade so it finishes as resonating glaives finishes. Okay, well, he's not actually going to use the shade, but you know, the thought's there, and the truth just doesn't have that big a ground army. Patty Mac is looking really good. It's looking really hot here. Sentries are falling, the Adepts are falling. Eat move command! Micros. The victory. GG, well played is called. RNG Pro ends the evening with a 3-0 score in the second clan war and a 3-2 score in the first clan war, closing out both Alpha Battleground matches. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Renegade. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Look forward to more RNG up, including tomorrow evening as they take on Risen Competitive. So look forward to that. Same time, same channel. Gonna find someone to raid. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Born from the ashes. 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 Born from the